Prologue. This is a book about the oldest hard question in the faith. What is God exactly? And how does Yeshua fit inside the answer without breaking the first commandment? People have answered it in a handful of very different ways, and good, honest, Bible-loving people hold every one of them. This book lays those answers side by side, tests each one by the same standard, and lets you decide. I'll be straight about one thing, and then set it aside. I am not a neutral party. I hold one of these readings myself, but you will not be able to tell which one from the testing that follows, because I have worked to keep it off the scale. Every view stated at its strongest, by what its ablest defenders actually claim, and the readings I disagree with given their best punches. I won't say where I landed until the very end, in a short chapter and a closing part, both clearly marked as mine and entirely skippable, so that your own weighing comes first, and free. Until then, the evidence. You are free to land elsewhere. The book is built to let you. One more thing, so nothing is hidden. This is the first book in a series, and the studies that follow it read the rest of Scripture through the conclusion I reach at the end of this one. The series leans on where I land, but this book does not ask you to take that landing on trust. It tries to earn it in front of you, field by field. Weigh it yourself. If the evidence takes you where it took me, the rest is waiting. If it doesn't, you'll still have watched every reading get a fair hearing, and that was the point. How to read this book. A few things will make the testing make sense. One standard, 3 questions. Every reading gets the same 3 put to it. Where is it strong? What does it read plainly, without strain? Where must it interpret? Which text does it have to harmonize, soften, or work around? And where does it finally stand? The standard is the referee. It gets applied to my view exactly as hard as to anyone's. Honest confidence every time. When a reading nails a text cold, I'll call it rock solid. When it's the stronger reading but a fair person could still decline it, plausible. When the text genuinely won't settle it and both sides survive, a draw, and a draw can't be claimed as proof by anyone. When a reading has to strain against a verse it can't quite hold, tension. And when a text rules a reading out altogether, falsified. The tag can lean within its band, plausible leaning strong, but that lean is a position inside the category, never a new one. The receipts. Each chapter is a single battleground, one pressure point in the text, and ends with a plain ledger, for each reading still in the fight, what it reads plainly, what it must interpret, and its tag. There is no verdict written underneath. By the end, you'll have watched every reading take the same shots at the same texts, and the tally will be yours. About the Greek and Hebrew. When we slow down on a word in the original languages, it isn't to show off, or to bully you with scholarship. It's because every English Bible you own is already an interpretation. Every translator had to choose how to render a word, and sometimes the choice quietly settled the very question we're asking. Going to the original isn't adding a layer, it's pulling one back, to show you the choice that was made for you. And I'll keep it in plain letters, no foreign alphabets to trip over. I am not here to attack anyone's church. Where I think a reading strains, I'll show you the strain and let you see it for yourself. I won't sneer at the people who hold it, because I've held more than one of these views myself, in earnest, for years. This is a Berean book in the old sense. They received the word with all eagerness, examining the scriptures daily to see if these things were so. Acts 17:11. Test everything. 1 Thess 5:21. Test me. I'm one set of hands holding the text up to the light beside you, not a man with a verdict to sell. So, here is the question. Here is the vise it puts every reader in. Here are the readings that try to relieve it, and here is the evidence, field by field. The adding up is yours.